we can hear you.
What's up?
Makes my day. It makes my day to see your face on Discord.
Wait, we're live right now?
Yes, we are, and stream is solid. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't say any more racial slurs, Bill. That's the Patreon exclusive is Bill's racial slurs.
Yeah. I'd like to remind our guests to please refrain from using racial slurs. All right.
Dude, the fucking ad read this week's gonna piss me off. Mark sent me his friend's song to just cold read.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Song?
Yeah, I have to read a song.
Why is he doing this to us?
We're doing it now?
No, that's how we're gonna start the episode, is with the ad.
All right, well, you ready to start this thing? You guys ready?
Are you ready, Bill?
I thought it started already.
What's up, Rampage? You already got Rampage in the chat room.
We just went live on Twitch. We're not actually recording yet for the episode.
Well, I'm recording.
Oh, it's not recorded?
I'm recording for Patreon supporters.
Yeah, but once I do the cold read and finish the ad, we're gonna jump into the episode.
All right.
Can I go take a pee?
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Apparently it's.
Yeah, you can go smoke some weed.
So do we want to go ahead and start? Is it going to take you a while to read?
You know what? We might as well do it while Bill's not here.
Okay.
He can come back after the ad read.
All right. Here we go. I'm going to restart. And I'll just count you down.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Darling, let me ask you, what is it that's been on my mind? And you know good and well you kept your shoes on running through mine. So let me climb onto your pedestal, spread you wide on my easel, devour you like a predator, remind you how and why I still keep you. So tell me what it is you've been needing. So tell me with whom you've been speaking. Go ahead and get him on the phone. Go ahead and tell him why you leaving. Look me in the eyes when you're fucking me, baby. Look me in the eyes when you're fucking me, maybe. I can fall deeper and easier into your mind and make it mine, 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 baby. Look me in the eyes when you're fucking me, baby. Look me in the eyes when you're fucking me, maybe. I can fall deeper and easier into your mind and make it mine, 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 baby. Tulips, roses, thorns, and grapevines growing through the storm I devised. You say it's cold within your cage, but there is no lock on the door, baby. Don't ever chain yourself to a moving vehicle without me strapped to your waist. Let me be your anchor.
What?
I'll keep you close. Won't you float off in space? Because, baby, without you, I'm not human. Fuck the human race. So let's get away without any more delay. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, that I am blind. Just looking for a new place to begin. That one last time. Will you do for me what you did for him? Call to me, crawl to me on hands, and look me in the eyes when you're fucking me, baby.
What is happening?
Me in the eyes when you're fucking me, maybe. I can fall deeper and easier into your mind and make it mine, mine, mine. Look me in the eyes when you're fucking me, baby. Look me in the eyes when you're fucking me, maybe. I can fall deeper and easier into your mind and make it mine, 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 baby. And I've said it before, and I'll say again that I'm blind, and I can fall deeper and easier into your mind and make it mine, 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 baby.
Oh, great. We've got
Go
no
check it
listeners.
out.
We've got no listeners now. That's awesome.
Oh, did Rampage leave because of the ad?
No, but nobody's going to sit through that. He's killing our listenership.
Maybe. Well,
Jesus.
I mean, at least 2 people will listen to it. Him and the fucking guy whose song it is.
Oh my God. All
right.
right.
Go check out neighborsthroughthewall.bandcamp.com, and this guy sells masks and butt plugs with his faces on them. So if you want this guy's face in your ass, you could go buy that, and he lost 3 of his toes. So go stick his face in your ass.
And on that note... Welcome to another episode of the Open Micers podcast. My name is Jason Robbins.
I'm Randy Neighbors, 3 Missing Toes.
I'm gonna let you introduce our guest for tonight, because this is a person that I've been dying to get on the show, and I'm so excited to have him here tonight. Please introduce the guest.
Our guest tonight is the artist formerly known as Bill Randy, Mr. William Wayward, mine and Jason's favorite comedian of all time. William, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm great. Horrified.
Horrified. He's been so nervous about doing this podcast, and we're just like, man, you just have to be yourself. But maybe we don't know who yourself is.
Yeah, apparently I don't either. I don't want to be William Wayward anymore.
Oh, okay. So Open Micers exclusive. You're gonna change your stage name again. Please, let's cultivate a new one. Dude, right here on live.
Bill Randy is perfect. It's such a perfect name for your persona. Dude, Bill Randy. It's just perfect.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. My dad likes it. I don't want to be Bill anymore. Something about Bill. I'm not. Everyone's always called me William. You know, I don't know. I feel that I'm more of. Am I a William?
I think you're a Bill.
Yeah,
I think you're a Billiam.
Billiam. That's good. Billiam Randy.
Billiam Randy.
I've thought about that actually. Just because I didn't know which one, and I was like, could be. But I don't know. I don't know.
So are you struggling with the first name or the last name or both?
I really think I want to be William. Everyone's always called me William. I don't know. Bill just sounds weird to me now for some reason. But
the reason it's
William
funny
Wayward
is Bill is just such an old man name, and it's just it just sounds funny.
So why don't you use your real name?
Oh my God! I know way too many people from Mobile, and I wanted no one to know that I'm doing this.
So you want anonymity to go along with your comedy?
Yeah.
So you want anonymity, yet you agreed to come on a podcast that is being out on Twitch, YouTube, and our half a dozen listeners each week.
No, but I meant I go in front of the crowd, so those are Mobile people. I've met people that I know, and they're like, "What the hell is this?" You know.
Well, I found that using my real name, even the people that I go to school with or whatever just don't even know still, because they if they're gonna see me, they're gonna see me either way without seeing like my name or face on a poster.
Well, I went to McGill Tulane, and what I noticed that while I was there is people spread a lot of rumors very quickly, and like everyone was always talking about him and shit. And no, people totally found out. First of all, all I can say is like, I don't know. It would just, I don't even really know why I wanted to be anonymous specifically. Now that I'm really thinking about it, this is the thing. The comment, I don't really think about things. I just kind of like, I feel it a little bit, and then I just do it. You know what I mean? So it's like...
Sounds like my sex life.
Like, this podcast has caused me to, like, think about myself so much, and, like, I found out I never done that before. Like, I was just kind of like I had no idea who I am.
William, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't even showered today, so you're still doing better than me.
How about?
Well, I don't know if that's how we measure ourselves.
How about how about William Bill? That's a good one. William Bill.
Billiam William.
Hmm. I have no. I don't know. I feel that it's okay for me to keep changing at this point, right? I could.
Yeah, see, that's part of the enigma that is Bill Randy. That's part of your neuroses is the changing of the stage name.
Because
I'm neurotic. I'm a neurotic person.
we've talked about you many, many times on this podcast because you're like an enigma. You're we as many times as Jacob and I have been over to Mobile to the open mics over there, especially pre-COVID or whatever. We would see this guy who would come sign up, go on stage, do these hilarious out of the like how would you even I don't even know how to describe your comedy. Just weird.
This is one of the things I've been thinking about because I heard you guys on the podcast with Jade Green talking about my comedy, and
But the
oh my
thing
God,
is you get done doing this hilarious, set that me and Jacob are just dying in the back of the room, and I can't even meet you because you leave as soon as you're done. Like you're just
well,
like you're like a specter in the night.
I'm an insomniac. I gotta get up and I gotta get up early for work, And just, dude, when you really don't get sleep for like a week straight, you're not even a person. Like it's a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
But you're awake. And not to mention that those poor few hours of sleep I got were just horrifying nightmares all fucking night, no rest. And so, no, this is terrible. This is terrible.
You sound like the main character from Fight Club.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen
You've never
Fight
seen
Club?
Fight Club?
Yeah, I've heard about it my entire life, but first of all, I got the ending spoiled, and I was just like, okay, I don't want to see this movie. You know what I mean? Now that I know what's going on between these two characters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got the whole ending spoiled. The whole.
Yeah, I understand that. But so to this day, you've still never seen me or Jason do comedy because you just do your set and leave.
And I missed you at the juke joint because I went outside for some reason. Didn't know anyone was.
Well, no, you weren't even there yet when after I went up. I went up at the beginning of the night because at the juke joint, it's better if you go on early while everyone's tentative and there's still a full crowd. So I went on early to get the good spot. And then the Mobile comics, including yourself, all came in later in the night. And luckily, your ride was Jade, so you didn't have anywhere to go. So I pinned you down long enough to get your phone number and ask if you want to come on my podcast so I can talk to you.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's good, but I don't know. I don't know how to meet. I don't know how to meet people. First of all,
well, first thing you have to do is actually stick around so people can talk to you.
I was just being extraneous because, already I have to go. You know what I mean? Because of the work thing, and I have such a tough time falling asleep. I've gotten really good at that. So I've gotten this Corona. I've been getting really good sleep, and so I'm gonna start sticking around.
Awesome.
But I also I don't know. That just made me want to talk about meeting people because I have no idea how to do it.
We'll talk about meeting people. How did you meet the Mobile comics that you hang out with now?
I don't have any friends in the world at all.
Yes, you do. You have Jade and you have Heather.
Nope, no friends.
No friends?
I don't hang out with anybody. I've never hung out with Mobile Comics except for Jade and Heather that one time.
So that one time they just asked if you wanted to come to Mississippi with them.
Yeah, me and Jade had kind of been we'd been texting a little bit.
That's a start.
And no, me and Jade had talked in the club a few times. And actually, I'm Thomas Finley. I really like that guy a lot. Mm-hmm. And when I'm at the clubs, I talk to him, definitely. But I talked to Jade a few times too. But actually like Thomas Finley. I've talked a lot with, and you know, I didn't have to meet him. I'm pretty sure he came up to me. You know what I mean? The only people I'll ever meet are people that approach me. You know what I mean? I don't know how to. Somehow they're good at it. They can just slide right in, and I'm like, oh, you know what I mean?
Well, I was able to talk to you and meet you because I felt like I already knew you because I'd seen you do comedy like 10 times.
10 times?
At least 10 times.
Okay.
And then you just get up and leave, and I'm like, I finally have this guy. I feel like I know him. I know he's just like an awkward, friendly dude. And then we talked and hit it off and everything because we're both around the same age and we both do comedy and write jokes. And I mean, there's that kind of connection when you see someone do comedy so many times. Even if you don't actually know them, you feel like you do know them, like a coworker in a way.
Well, every time we go to Mobile, you know, I would tell Jacob on the way over there, I'm like, we're gonna meet Bill tonight. We're gonna talk to Bill. We get to the show. You come up, do your set. You come off the stage and go straight out the door, and then it's like you try to run out after you to catch you, and it's like a movie where we look down the street and you're nowhere to be found. It's like you just fluttered off into the night air.
That's literally happened. We developed a strategy to block the door so you couldn't leave, and we didn't have time to implement it because you're too fast.
Well, that's the thing. If you're gonna leave right away, you have to just immediately leave. You know what I mean?
I just imagine you have like that Batman, you know, like grappling hook where you just go outside and shoot it up to the top of the building, and you're off into the night sky.
I don't know. I don't know why that is. I got tiny, short little legs, and I don't walk. I walk. Maybe I just like go fast at it.
Maybe.
People tell me I walk weird.
See,
that was the first thing. This will always. I don't know. See, I have a problem with everything. Like I don't know how to converse. I don't know how to do anything. I just want to like. I don't know whether I'm supposed to say something or not, but this is just like I'm about to tell a story and I'm like, why am I telling a story? You know what I mean? It's like this seems. Am I supposed to be telling? I just don't know what to do.
Well, you're doing fine right now. I mean, you're having a conversation with us. You know, you're like just having a nice conversation.
I can do it. I always like have something to say, but I'm just like, should I? You know what I mean? Like I always feel that everything I say is unnecessary. You know what I mean?
You know, that's something that a lot of other people should adopt. Is I have something to say, but should I?
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I didn't used to have this problem. I know I used to. I don't know though. It's hard for me to think about what a younger me would have said. It's almost impossible for some weird reason. Like I'm just like, what was I talking to friends about? Like, what was our discussions? I have no idea. All I knew, I mean, I know like very dark and very like sinister.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got their, you know, emo dark, like I am the darkness phase.
High school. No,
high school.
We absolutely had horrifying senses of humor. Like just I guess it was because, first of all, I went to this, I did not, like public schools, they're huge. But I went to a private grade school. And so there was only like 30 of us to a class. And so we became like, and we didn't even know what the internet was. Like, we were just this little bubble of people. It almost, looking back, it's almost like, it feels like a weird little like science experiment.
Are you living in a monastery? Like what kind of school doesn't have like internet?
We just didn't know what it was. Like really. I'm telling you, that was my thing where we just didn't know anything. We literally just, I feel like we were just like came from just I love how Pepper Goins, the guy on y'all's last podcast, compared me to a blind man. since birth. He specified since birth. But
See, I told Pepper on that podcast that you didn't watch the show, and then we all three said, fuck Bill Randy.
I heard. I thought, but yeah. So it's just like we were just all, and we just for some weird. Okay, so we knew about a few parts of the internet, like memes weren't a thing. I knew that memes were not a thing. There was just posts, and like we knew about websites where there were jokes. So we'd look up. Oh my gosh, this is like all the internet. I can't even talk about this stuff. There was this website of just the most sick, twisted jokes, like just evil jokes. There's, oh my god, I can't even talk about this. It's so bad. And so like for some weird reason, we just became all psychos. Just like our sense of humor was just death and destruction and just like, and I was the darkest. People were uncomfortable with me, for sure.
I can actually picture that though.
Yeah.
But
see, I find a lot of comics do have really, really dark sense of humors, and they actually have to tone it down for the stage.
For the whole time. I still have it. It's still ingrained in me. I'm just an evil person. But,
that's how I am too. I mean, someone will make like a really tasteless joke about like some horrible tragedy or something at an open mic, and I'm laughing my ass off, and everyone else is like, "Oh no."
Yeah, me and Jacob are always the bad influences with each other when we come up with jokes, or like even like when we're doing some of the roasts, we're like, dude, should we say this? And like, dude, you have to. If you say this, you will be my hero forever. Like, I'll give you $5 if you say that.
I think I was more the bad influence in that because, I mean, you had to reel me in a little bit with the roast. And you should have reeled me in a little more.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it when you're off the leash.
What roast? What is this roast?
So I organized a Gulf Coast comedy roast battle in December. Yeah. And Jade Green actually came in and won the entire thing.
Yeah, of course he did. That guy is so, talking to him is a nightmare.
He beat me.
He fucking say, he's just like.
We were the two finalists. He beat me. Damn it. Damn Jade.
He would be good at that, now that I think about it.
Yeah, he is really good at that.
But I do want to.
Just two people roasting each other.
I do want to talk to you about your comedy, because I just have to know, like, who are some of your influences? Because I've never heard a comedian like you in my life.
Well, I could explain to you why that is, first of all. But please. I guess I'll tell you my comedic influences. So one of the greatest things that ever happened to me in my entire life was having an older brother. All right, he was 5 years older than me.
Hey, my brother was 5 years older than me.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Did you have an brother older than him even?
No, it was just me and him. He was 5 years older than me, and I was the experimentee. So.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah,
that part of it was the secret. Oh God!
Yeah.
The things that an older brother does to a younger brother are just nightmares.
There are things I'm scarred about that I had to go to therapy for.
Dude, I swear to God, if they like the CIA should torture like people with tickles, dude. Like, have you ever been tickled for an unending period?
Yes.
It is fucking hell. You've had that happen?
Yes. Yeah.
My brother tickled my little sister until she shit herself. He shit and
oh my God.
He was a really fucked up older brother. But he was super into torrenting. And so he just had he somehow could figure out how to torrent things and then convert all of his torrents into iTunes. So you could download it all onto my iPod.
Mhm.
And for some weird reason, he just went and got so many comedians. He would just he like basically. I mean, I when I was a kid, I really one of the biggest influences, Bill Cosby. First of all,
Mhm.
when I was a child, I fucking loved Bill Cosby so much. I even loved his cartoon, Little Bill. But you ever see that show?
Yeah.
Insane.
Dude, I love that, and I love the Fat Albert. Fat Albert was one of my
Oh, yeah,
favorite
yeah.
cartoons when I was a kid.
Yeah, Bill
I love-
Cosby was one of my idols just as far as lifestyle. But
Dude,
go ahead.
his HBO special himself is still, I think, is one of the greatest stand-up albums of all time. It's just he has ruined it, you know.
Well, that's the thing. I haven't listened to him in a long, long time. Since I was a child, I would just listen to his albums over and over. When I was real young, I got an iPod Nano when I was like, fuck, I don't know ages just when I was a child. Things early, I think. But I got this iPod Nano, and it was just filled with everything he'd ever torrented. And so I just had this fucking movies. You could go watch movies on that thing. It was the third generation.
Yeah.
The coolest iPod Nano by far. But it just had everything on it. Every comedian. I had Nick Swartzen. You know, I'm a little embarrassed about this now. I really liked Dane Cook as a child. I was real young. All right.
Yeah. It's okay to like Dane Cook as a child because his comedy is fucking childish.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. Nick Swartzen, loved Nick Swartzen's first album, Party, and I don't know. I think we only had Party. Loved. I've listened to the Dimitri Martin, the one where it's a drawing of his face.
You know what? That's
55 times, 100,000 times. I don't know.
I pinpointed it. You remind me a whole fucking lot of Dimitri Martin. I think we finally cracked the case.
I loved Dimitri Martin. He was literally, at that time, he was definitely my favorite comic. Loved Dimitri Martin. I think I had 2 albums of Dimitri Martin. But loved Dimitri Martin. I can't think of any more for some weird reason.
Okay.
And so I just always,
I said that's okay. Every time people ask me my favorite comedians, I immediately go blank. I'm just like,
Yes.
Yeah, because there's so many for every comic. It's like amateur interviewers. Like I've been doing a lot of podcasts lately that like aren't comedy podcasts, and they'll ask me like my favorite influences, and I'm like, homie, I can do this for the next 30 minutes. Like every comic has just so many influences.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Oh, the problem. I just can't remember them. If I did have a little time, I'm sure I could, but I don't want to. See, that's another problem I have with I would love conversations if, for some weird reason, I was able to go, all right, can you just give me like 5 minutes to just like think about something, and then I'll get back to you. You know what I mean? That would be so useful.
So that's why you like texting, because you can just take time to think, and it's not immediate pressure. Oh, really?
I come across really weird over text.
I don't know. We've been texting, and I feel like I was coming across weird because I kept pressuring you to give me things for the podcast.
No. That's first of all, that's your job. But no, I mean, I'm trying to make jokes over the text. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing.
I mean,
like,
I do that too, and a lot of people don't get it.
This? Huh?
How do you even like? How do you write your jokes? Because and I can't even explain it. Like everybody listening to this, you have to go see an open mic where Bill Randy is at, or William Wallace, or whatever the hell you're calling yourself now.
What do you think about William Calico?
William Calico. That's okay.
Like Calico Jack the pirate.
But it's like it's something you have to actually. Your comedy is something that has to be experienced. You can't just be. I have such a hard time explaining to people what's funny about it. You just have to see it. So how do you even come up with the stuff that you come up with? Like it boggles my mind.
Yeah. I can't believe I was so mad at Jade. My best joke is the fucking one where I laugh at a joke I can't say.
Uh-huh.
Like, what? I try so hard on these jokes. And my best one is one that I don't even know I'm doing. I'm absolutely unaware
of. See, that's what I think it is. I think it's just your personality.
Well, yeah, maybe that too. That was another thing that really I was like really kind of dumbfounded a little bit about it. Y'all said, you Jason, you said the way I behave is what's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And that, in a million years, I never thought that was why I'd be funny. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to have to be, man, this is really, I could go, there's so many different things going on at the same time. But, shit.
See, I think I can explain it for you. Like, my theory is that you bring in your stage presence and personality a sense of genuinity. I don't know if that's a fucking word. You're genuine on stage, whereas a lot of people get the sense when someone's doing comedy, it's a fabrication of something in someone, where everyone can kind of get the sense of that's you, and your jokes are.
The way I behave on stage is probably very true to myself. Like, I'm just, I don't know what I don't know what to pretend or anything, but I was trying to think about that. There's just so many different moving parts to the question you asked me. This is a problem I have writing. There's just so many different things I can't put them in an order. But so you asked me what the way I come up with a joke or something?
Yeah, like how do you even how do you write? Like, how do you come up with the stuff you come up with?
Okay, yeah, that. Sorry, it's so hard. So basically, I have a little philosophy where I judge my jokes off of only the idea. All right, and so I go up on stage. Okay. So one of the reasons why I think people like me is because I'm just completely willing to go up there with nothing and just willing to bomb. You know what I mean? I'm just absolutely almost prepared, almost trying to bomb.
Yeah.
But so I try to go up there with just the idea. And so I just throw the idea out there and see if the idea is good enough to get a laugh, then I'll take it further. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I heard a comedian say one time, I just heard a guy say, like, you should do that. You should go on stage with just ideas and see what happens. I didn't see, if you think about it, that's a vague statement, because I'm sure that guy, now that I've done this a little while, I'm sure that guy didn't have just ideas.
I think you hit on something there. I think I kind of pinpointed it a little bit too. I don't know if you guys have ever done any kind of acting classes or anything, but a lot of thing that, actors are taught is to be in the moment. And I think when you're on stage, a lot of comedians that, I find funny, but you can tell that they're completely have memorized everything, or you can tell like they are reading from notes. But even though you are up there like reading from a notebook, it's almost like it's like it's coming to you at the moment, and you're 100% in the moment. And it's weird because it's like you're watching someone's thought process on stage, and I
think that's how I've been able to be a lot of myself.
Yeah.
I think is why I seem genuine or something like that, is because I just go up there with just the idea and I just throw it out in a way. I try to make the idea funny. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to bomb. Really? It may seem like I'm trying to bomb. but I'm trying to get laughs really hard, like, and not even just. I have a real checklist of things. Like, I'm technically going for entertainment value itself too. Like, I'm not expressly always going. Like, there's some things I'm just like, there's no way this could get a laugh, but I want people to have enjoyed their time. You know what I mean? At the very least, if they don't laugh, they go like, okay, like that was something. You know what I mean?
A lot of your stuff too is something that hits you later, too. Like I think the first time I ever saw you, I don't know if you remember Jacob. Like the first time you may have seen him, you may have even told me about him. It was like, there's this dude here tonight, and we watched you, and I didn't. At first, I was like, I didn't quite get it, but I knew there was something special. And then we were like on the way home that night, and I'm just cracking up, like thinking about some of the stuff you talked about. And I was like, I think I just found my new favorite comedian ever. And the next few times that I saw you, I was just like, this dude, like, I hope you don't ever quit doing comedy. And honestly, I'm just telling you this as a person who is a fan of you and your style. You need to get the hell out of Mobile and go to LA to the Comedy Store. You need to go to New York. You need to go to Denver. You need to get into some bigger markets, because I guarantee you have something that not a lot of people have. And to you, it's just natural. Other people have to work at it. And I think your comedy is something that it's not going to hit right away. It's going to be something that has to build, because you're going to get people like me and Jacob being like, you've got to see this dude. Like, I can't explain it. You just have to see it. And you're going to build a following that way. I'm telling you, 100%. You are going to be huge if you keep doing what you do, but you've got to get the hell out of the South.
Well, I mean, if I'm being honest, I mean, I don't like talking about this really. Realistically, if I had the option to never get huge, I would take that in a second. Literally huge, holy cow. I just want to make a living. You know what I mean?
I think you could do that very easily.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. There's no doubt in my mind that you could be very easily making a living, doing college tours. Like, you would be huge, like in the college circuit, I think, because you're that type of comedy.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, like if I ever went on a tour, I would definitely want to bring you along with me to perform for younger audiences and people that are educated in comedy and understand what it is that you're doing. And, that's why I'm a fan of both you.
I love that. Nobody's going to understand me except for comedians.
But I think you know.
Well, yeah, people will catch on, though. See, when I watch you, I think about the next Eric Andre, right? Because no one understood what Eric Andre was doing until they understood what Eric Andre was doing. And I get the same vibe with you.
Yeah, exactly. You would fit in well with that Bo Burnham crowd too, because he's that.
Oh my God, that's another. He wasn't exactly a comedian, but I had his song albums on my iPod, and I listened to them hundreds of times. Mm-hmm. Bo Burnham.
But you know what I'm saying? Like that, it's not quite all comedy, but it's more cerebral than anything. It's that alternative comedy. And that's
that's all I do. All I do in comedy is I'll think of a funny idea. Not even specifically. I do have like a little formula. You know what I mean? It's like maybe I don't, but I just I think of like a duality. You know what I mean? Like for that Tigers joke. Yeah. I've never used that joke ever again. First of all, that I know specifically that show. I've listened to that show back. It was a horror show, but
yeah. But I bet you heard me in the back cackling.
Maybe.
That's one of your pinpoint jokes, and I think
it does pinpoint me. It does. I will admit that, because it was just the simple thing. Why do we let tigers exist? The people in Africa are starving.
Yeah, that's the
All the
joke.
antelopes. They're eating all the antelopes, all right? Why do we need them? Why wouldn't we rather an abundance of antelopes? You know what I mean? That's all I had. You know what I mean? That was the entire, and I don't know.
But like that's one of those jokes that me and Jacob latched on to. Like, dude, that joke about the tiger, and we're like cracking up on the way home, and it's just like,
yeah, no, I thought it was funny. That's why I said it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say it if I didn't think it was funny.
You definitely should keep that in your material.
Yes.
You should definitely keep "What's Up with Tigers" as one of your marketed bits.
Dude, that's gonna be your first album title. What's Up with Tigers? And if it does happen, I get a 2% cut.
Okay, but
No, don't agree to that, Bill. Don't agree to it.
You were, oh yeah. No, man. If you need the money, I mean, I'll just send it to you, dude. I'm absolutely. You know, it would be terrible. Oh, never mind. But that just got me thinking. This is the problem with conversations. You know what I mean? Am I supposed to just say what's on my fucking mind? Like,
yeah.
Well, actually, we're getting to the point of the show where we've been talking for a while, and we need to get to the top 5 if we're still going to do that tonight.
We do actually still need to do the top 5.
So yeah, let's move into the top 5, and then we'll call it a show. What do you say, fellas? We definitely want to have you back again. Like we can't just end the conversation there. We have to have you back on the show again.
Well, this leads into my first pet peeve.
Yes.
Can I start it out?
Yes, sir. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is assumptions. Any and all assumptions. All right. That now of course, not 100% of assumptions. You need assumptions, you know, but people have developed this weird certainty of their assumptions. They will just make assumptions about anything and take them as fact. All of their assumptions, I think. I don't know them. I'm not in their heads, but I know what I see them do. You can tell. You know what I mean. You know what's up with a person when they do something. It's like 2 + 2. You know what I mean. I can tell what you believe when you say a statement that would only be that way if you believe that. You know what I mean. But
that sounds like all of social media now.
Yeah. I'm not really. I don't know much about the world today, or like what social media is up to, or like people on Twitter or anything. But I don't know. I don't know how one would even know. I've heard people on. I listen to podcasts. I used to be addicted to podcasts, but those people. Some people don't do this. There are tons of people that don't, aren't certain of their assumptions, but just so many people.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Well, what about you, Jacob? What's your number 5 pet peeve?
So my number 5 on pet peeves, which by the way, this list was sent to us by our Patreon supporter, Derek Diamond.
I forgot to mention.
Thank you, Derek. All of Derek's lists that he sent us will be on the show guaranteed. And if you support us on Patreon, you can send us lists that'll be on the show guaranteed. But my number 5 pet peeve. What is it? What's Black Power?
To Derek.
Yeah, to Derek.
To Derek.
My number 5 pet peeve is poor grammar, because it's not that fucking hard. It's just not. Like, I understand you're trying to save time by sending me the wrong your, but the wrong your instantly fucking pisses me off.
I'm glad you said that.
You know what I'm saying?
And there, and there. Oh my God! Why can't people get that right? Why?
Look, and I understand if they do it wrong, not on purpose, because you're just fucking stupid and you have a lot bigger problems than the poor grammar. But it's the people. Yeah. I mean, me too, but it's like the people that use the poor grammar just for abbreviation's sake. Like they know better and they know what the fuck they're
Yeah,
doing.
dude,
Piss me off.
I do hate that people do the abbreviations, first of all. It's like, I've always typed out the words completely.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, dude, you do not have that. Your time is not that fucking intense.
Yeah, and it doesn't even save time because I'm not gonna understand what the fuck you just sent me with the wrong words in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So you got to fucking this code, fucking illy, BYD.
I don't have a codex to unravel this mystery you've sent me.
I very did recently figure out a bunch of them. Like, I think they're making new ones and shit. And it's like,
let's see. For my number 5 pet peeve, and this is an old man one. People in the self-checkout with $500 worth of groceries. What the hell are you doing in the self-checkout? Why do these old people go through the self-checkout with like $800 worth of groceries and then want to pay with a check? Like, what is wrong with you?
That's true. Yeah, the self-checkout's definitely for when, like, the 20 items or less line is too long.
Yeah.
Like, you have one fucking thing and you gotta go.
I hate it.
This hit me recently. When you're in line, are you supposed to stay where you were to put the money back in your wallet? Because it always takes me a little bit, and I feel like I want to move out of the way so that another person can get and order their thing or whatever.
Me personally, if there's enough room at the counter, like if I'm at a convenience store, I always move out of the way to let the other. But now with COVID and social distancing, I'm just like, yeah. That's an anxiety-inducing moment in your life.
It is, yeah. I've become a lot less considerate of a person because my philosophy now is like, okay, you waited on my transaction for this long, you can wait just a second fucking longer for me to put my shit up because that's better for me.
It's so weird.
All right, so we'll move on to...
What's your number 4, Bill?
Yeah.
Okay. Technically, never mind. Okay. People who think that they don't have to be entertaining in conversation.
Okay, so like people that'll send you back just yeah or okay or something like that?
No, not text. In real conversations, I have come across so many people who absolutely will just yammer about things that they know I fucking don't care about. All right?
This happens to me
nobody
every
could
day.
possibly fucking care about it. And they just fucking have no care in the world. They don't care at all.
Yeah.
They just absolutely just... I'm coming across this a lot, all right? I'm telling you, this is on here for... I experience this frequently.
I think it's it's the social mediaification of our society, is people think that every little just thought that comes across their head needs to be talked about in conversation. And it's like, no, I don't want to hear about I don't give a damn what you dreamed about last night. Unless it's something funny, like I don't know, like I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good example, but
you don't know what I dreamed about last fucking night? I have insane fucking dreams. I pressed this button, and then it made my brother. Okay, so first of all, I know I knew this later. I pressed the button. I can't find my brother forever. I realized when I pressed this button, I summoned a fucking little child who fucking has he can do anything. All right? He's literally God. I summoned God as a child, and he's a demon. He's a demon child, and he immediately took away my brother. First of all, I noticed that because I couldn't find him anymore. All right? And he's just fucking with me all night. And then I would walk up on him. He's got all of his teeth not in his fucking mouth. They're floating in front of where his mouth should be. They're just floating there. And it's in the row of like a teeth formation. And that's worth talking about.
See, that's something you should start doing on stage is do that bit over and over again and make it different with like real dreams. Like,
Yeah.
you guys want to know what I dreamed about last night?
Nightmares every night. I have fucking pure nightmares, and they're insane.
So what about you, Jacob? What's your number 4?
My number 4 is something I think both of you can get behind me on. It's people who are rude to servers.
Yes.
See, my family from Iowa, as much as I love them, I see them once a year at most. And so it's one of those things like they're family and I know them, but I don't really know them, you know? And whenever we go to a restaurant or anything like that, my cousins and my aunt are just so rude to the waiters. And
Yeah.
I'm like, it makes me so fucking nervous because I'm the person that's like, every time you refill my drink, even if I'm in mid conversation, if I'm in mid sentence, I'm gonna turn and say thank you.
Yeah.
People get mad at me for how much I say thank you and like sorry and things.
Same here. I've
I don't
worked.
understand that.
I
I
worked
don't
in.
understand why. I like saying sorry to people.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
worked in food service for over 20 years, so I know how shitty of a job it is, and it's nice to hear thank you every once in a while.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I was talking to my brother. It's basically, I just want to communicate to people that, like, I care about you. You know what I mean? And it's the only non-weird way to do that. You know what I mean? It's like a subtle way to just be like, you know what I mean? I whatever you got going on, like, I fucking, like, I care. I genuinely care about. I mean, that's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I always want people
you want to communicate the appreciation for sure.
Yeah, I always want people to feel appreciated, that when they do stuff or just in general, like just thank you for being you,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, for my number 4, it's having to go to work so damn early. Like, why can't we have work days that start at like noon? I hate waking up early. I'm always late for work. That's why I've always been kind of lucky. Like, I've got a cool boss now who doesn't mind when I'm late, which is often. But I don't like work. I don't like having to go to work. I don't like having to wake up early. That's just a daily pet peeve. When I wake up in the morning, I'm like, shit, I got to go to work.
So I think what I'm hearing is that your number 4 pet peeve is that the job market is shitty and not everyone can do what they want to do for a living.
Yeah, pretty much. And I have a college degree that's pretty much useless at this point. So
yeah, that's a lot of people. Sadly, most everyone my brother was delivering pizzas with an associate's degree for years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just fucking insane.
Jesus.
So what about you, Bill? What's your number 3?
Okay. Like these really chill people that like they basically just like show no emotion, and they get weirded out first of all when you are like really like jammed up about something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They just like, and I know that they're chill for just like, because it's like it helps you in life to be that guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To just like always be cooler and everything. You never look stupid because you never go out on a limb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never you never show that you're into something. And so like when somebody says, it's just a really safe way to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. I mean, that's probably a pet peeve of mine is like someone who is, seems like they keep their cool all the time and you're like, "Oh, what, you don't fucking get angry about anything?" Like you don't experience the rainbow of emotions that every human experiences.
Or excited about anything. They won't even think something that's cool is cool. They're like, they don't care about
What about you, Jacob? What's your number 3?
My number 3 pet peeve is bad drivers.
Yes.
On both ways, but mostly bad drivers when I'm in the car with them. Because when I'm in a car with a bad driver, I'm a little bit of a backseat driver. I am. But the thing is if I'm in a car with a bad driver, I'm gonna tell them how to not be a fucking bad driver. I'm gonna say, hey, it's a green light, go. Hey, we can turn right on red. Hey, watch out for that curb. But bad drivers don't want to fucking listen to you, do they? They're just like, no, I'll do it my way and not listen to the right way to fucking drive.
My brother was like that. He was like a fucking, he was just insane. He was a bad driver mixed with a fucking crazy speeder, change lanes or guy.
Yeah, people who change lanes often is crazy too. It's like, just stay in the fucking lane you need to be in.
Dude, one of my favorite things in the world is when I see somebody gun it and then the light turns red and they're just like, have to slowly go up the light. And it's just like, we made it, no, we are the exact same right now.
Yeah.
For my number 3, daylight savings time. Can we just not do this anymore? Like, why? Why are we still doing this every 6 months? Every 6 months, we change the clock. It fucks everybody's circadian rhythms up. Everybody hates it. Nobody wants to do anything about it. And it causes accidents. People, like, heart attacks go up early in the morning when daylight savings time goes into effect. Like, why are we still doing this? It's 2020. Just stop it. Just stop it. Let's just stop doing it. I think as a people, just as American citizens, when the next time change comes around, just be like, no, we're not going to do it. Just refuse to change your clock.
Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do? If everybody in
one...
America just said, no, we're not going to change our clocks, what can they do?
You know, there's one state, I forgot which state
Arizona.
it was, but there's one state out of the 50 states that doesn't recognize.
Yeah. Arizona doesn't do it. They say they stay the same hour, like, all year long.
Yeah. That's how it needs to be, because, I mean, it's only daylight savings time for farmers. That's why it was invented. Yeah. And farming's fucking automated now, so it's like, we don't need this.
Don't forget to set your clocks back. I hate every 6 months. Don't forget to set your clocks back. Like, fuck you, no. I'm not going to do it anymore. So what about you, Bill? What's your number 2?
That's a really good, I really like that one a lot. Can y'all tell me this before we start this? What is the line? Like, because I went to having just absolutely beyond no line. Every word out of my mouth was far beyond the line growing up, you know what I mean? And now that I found out there was some sort of a line, what is it? What is the line that you can't cross? What I've done is just played it so safe. Like, that thing about y'all saying me going up to the just laughing and moving on. That's either a joke that is just horrifying, or you know what I mean? Or it's just not funny. It's just an idea that I wrote down. It's like, I can't do that.
The only line.
I know I have a weird sense of humor, and so I don't. People do not always lie.
The only real line there is in comedy in 2020, and people don't realize how simple it is to not cross this line, is if you say something that'll offend an entire marginalized group of people.
Yes.
That's the only line.
The secret to
you
comedy.
You can be as fucking disgusting as you want to be.
The secret to comedy
I've been just disgusting, like, gross out humor. You can do that all day.
Never punch down. Never ever punch down. That's my rule in comedy. Never punch down. You can punch sideways and you can punch up. Never punch down. And if you do punch down, it better be in a way that they can laugh at it too. Like it's an observable funny thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I have a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, I have a few bits that I really like that are about just the differences between black people and white people.
Mm-hmm.
And I've purposely used these jokes in black rooms. Like, I've used them in black rooms on the road, and because they kill. I mean, it's amazing because the black communities I've done these jokes for understand that I'm joking with them and not at them. I'm not trying to make fun of them to demean them in any way.
Yeah.
But I mean, even still, like, I'm not going to do those jokes for a very long time because of the Black Lives Matter movement, because it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely very afraid of getting just whammoed by somebody.
Yeah, I'm not too afraid of getting punched. I'm afraid of people saying that they don't want to see me doing comedy anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
I'll
too.
take a punch in the face any day as long as people will still want to hear my jokes.
Yeah. So
But
what?
what's your number two though, Bill?
Yeah. What is your number two, Bill?
One of my one was dudes who want to fight me, but I don't know who that one.
I understand that too, dude. As a man, there is so many situations where another dude will try to fight you for
Yeah.
no fucking reason.
It is insane. It is insane.
I don't
and
get.
it's always that cool guy
Yeah.
who's fucking I'm
Mhm.
cool. Secretly just out of nowhere.
I just don't have that toxic masculinity like nerve in my body. I was just born without it. I don't understand it. But I can rattle that nerve in someone else. I'm good at rattling the nerve.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm really good at telling people to fuck off or whatever. Like Jason was there when I almost got in a fight with a heckler
Yeah.
that was like twice my size, and I told him to just fuck off.
Yeah.
And apparently that almost started a fight, and I didn't realize it because I was like, well, I'm not gonna fucking fight this guy. I'm just gonna tell him to fuck off, and I don't think that should start a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
And
Really, how
and luckily a lot of
how
times my size helps me because nobody really messes with a 6'3" bald guy, 200-pound bald guy. So
Yeah, they're like, oh, he's in the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah.
He's got friends.
So we got to get moving. Actually, what's your number two, Jacob?
All right, my number two is being late.
Yes.
Not necessarily other people who are late because I understand that everyone has shit that makes them late, but I personally cannot stand being late myself to
Yeah.
anything. It's like the most embarrassing thing for me to agree to a time and to not meet that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird.
My number two is insurance and taxes. As an adult, there's nothing I like less than having to pay insurance and taxes, health insurance, teeth insurance, eye insurance, car insurance, life insurance, home insurance, renter's insurance. I think most of my paycheck goes to fucking insurance at this point. And then at the end of the year, I pay thousands of dollars in taxes. And then the government says, you owe us you owe us about $500 more. Yeah, we see it. You owe us some more money. And I have to write a check with money that I don't have to the government every year. And it's like, I feel like the government is a mobster. And I am in deep in gambling debt for my entire life. I'm in gambling debt to the government. So yeah, that's
I love that voice. I love that voice you gave to the government.
Yeah. Well, let me see here. Yeah, I think you owe us like a few more dollars. We're not all good here. So what about
That's
you,
like-
Bill? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that's like douchebag Marlon Brando.
Yeah. So what's your number one, Bill?
Oh, these were supposed to be in order like that?
I mean, it does not have to be in any particular.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. People who make me conform to them. People who won't let me be myself. That's it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. There's nothing worse than someone you can't be yourself around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I know where every word out of my mouth comes from. You know what I mean? It comes from a place of goodwill towards man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All men. And somehow I'm in the wrong constantly. And I say something that's just horrifying to people.
So what about you, Jacob? What's your number one pet peeve?
My number one pet peeve, and you've probably caught on to this at some point, Jason, is changing plans.
Yes.
I fucking cannot. I literally turned down an open mic offer where I would be getting paid money to do this podcast because I didn't want to change the date of the podcast. I fucking hate changing plans so goddamn much.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I hate having to change
Cancel
plans.
too. When they set a date to hang out and then they just cancel it like 5 minutes before, that happens a lot.
Or if they cancel it, or if like you're hanging out with somebody and they're like, and it's not something like, oh, I have to go to the bank or something like that. It's like, that's cool. It's like, oh, I got to go to Walmart real quick. I'm like, no. There's no going to Walmart real fucking quick. You can do that on your own goddamn time when we're not together.
I know it's weird, man. I don't know what's up with people, dude. Like I've prepared diligently for this podcast by isolating myself for 3 years and having no friends. None. Zero.
Just for us.
Yes.
And for my number one, Jacob, I think you can get behind this too, because you know how much I hate these sorts of things. I left Facebook recently because honestly, I am getting my biggest pet peeve is friends and family members who want to send me right-wing propaganda videos through direct message and text messages all goddamn day long, knowing I'm not gonna watch the shit, knowing I don't believe any of that shit. That yet they still send it to me every day. Like, you have to see this and you have to share it before they take it down. Like, no. First off, I'm not gonna watch this crap. 2, I'm not gonna vote for Trump. 3, I mean, Trump could come to my house right now and say,
suck you off.
Hey, I'll give you $1 million if you vote for me right now. I would fucking slam the door in that asshole's face. All right, I'm not gonna vote for that dude. Off? No, not gonna happen. I wouldn't vote for him if I was on fire and they had a garden hose pointed at me and said,
"What if he said you can suck me off, film it, and put it on Twitter?" Would you vote for him?
Maybe.
I would vote for him. I would vote for him if he sucked me off just for the meme.
But they send me these conspiracy videos and like clips from like Tucker Carlson. I don't want to see it. Don't send it to me. Just don't, because I'm not even going to look at it.
The weird thing is like how many people randomly send left-wing propaganda to their conservative family members. No one does
I don't do it.
It's like just believe whatever the fuck you're going to believe. And when the Black Lives Matter movement first started, I disowned half of my fucking family, dude. Because they literally just came up on my posts where I said my opinion and started saying a bunch of racist bullshit. And I said, hey, that's not going to fucking happen. If you're going to act like that, I don't want to see you ever again in my entire life.
Yeah. See, that you hit on the problem is they can post whatever they want on their Facebook, but when they come to you, you know what I mean? It's just like, what is this? Well, what if somebody came to you with a pamphlet on the revolution against daylight savings time?
Oh, I would sign it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. That I would be behind.
Yeah.
I'm just giving a little devil's advocate.
I think the only way I would ever vote for Trump is if he came out today and said, if you vote for me, I'll get rid of daylight savings time. I'd be like, you know what? This motherfucker's making a lot of sense.
That was a good one.
All right. Well,
all right. So, guys,
I think that about wraps up our episode for today,
we need to get going. Bill, dude, thank you so much for coming on the show. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, and
a very long time.
I can't wait to see you in person again, and I can't wait to get you back on the show, dude. Thank you so much.
Yes, please. Our door is always open. If you want to be a guest, come on through, man. Just send me a message.
My brain was very mixed up. This was a tough one for me.
Randy, do you have any sort of any kind of online presence people can go follow you, or just no? Okay.
Where can people see you do comedy?
Alabama Music Box right now. We got to save the blind mule, you know?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, go check him out.
I don't know why it's not started up again.
Yeah, go check him out. When just keep an eye on whenever they're doing open mics over there at the Alabama Music Box, go check them out. Great comedian. He's gonna be huge. I'm telling you. Mark my words. And Jacob, is there anything you need to pimp before we leave tonight?
Just myself.
Yes. But if you would like to email us, you can email us at openmicerspodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us at openmicers on Twitter and Open Micers Podcast on Facebook, which I don't really go over there, but Jacob takes care of it for us. So we will see you guys next week. Good night, everyone, and thank you for joining us, Mr. Bill Randy.
Why are you cutting out at me?
It always does that when he plays the theme.
I couldn't hear anything. I was like, what?
It's just like that for us. The people will hear it. You get a little behind the scenes tidbit there for you.
Oh, Rampage is still
one?
there. I was hoping you were going to jump in and ask some questions, but you have a good night, my friend.
Me?
He's talking to he's talking to Rampage in the chat.
Rampage.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. We had a really good stream tonight. This motherfucker held strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all have a good night, those watching in the chat room, and we'll see you guys next week.